Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel, The College Process. Once again, I'm Ed from Principia Prep, and today we're going to be going over how does the Commonapp question, are you applying for need-based aid, affect your admissions chances? Now, before we begin, if you are new to the channel and are looking for additional college content, please hit the subscription button down below. It will notify you when new videos do come out, as well as if you have any questions on today's video or any of the videos we have on the channel. Please make sure to leave your questions down below in the comment section. Once again, as many of you already know, every Friday, take all the questions you guys leave down below in the comment section, answer those questions, put them in the video format, put them back here on YouTube so that way everyone has detailed answers to all the questions you guys have out there. As well as we are still running the James Russo Memorial Scholarship. If you're interested in our scholarship program here at Principia, we do give out scholarships every year to students going off to college. Very simple, down in the description is the link for the James Russo Memorial Scholarship video explaining how our scholarship program works here at Principia. As well as also down below is our organization's Venmo, as well as our Biased Coffee, if you want to help support the channel, allowing us to keep making these college videos for you guys out there. And all that being said, let's jump right into today's video. How does the Commonapp question, are you applying for need-based aid, affect your admissions chances? Now, the Commonapp opening on August 1st, many parents are basically going on to different social sites, Facebook, Instagram, so on and so forth. I'm seeing questions all over the place asking things such as, which activity ranks better than another activity as far as ranking your activities in the activity section of the Commonapp? Or how do I answer the why question, why this college, why me as a student, etc. And a lot of questions coming in from you guys as well to the channel, as well as myself through my email and my cell phone about the Commonapp and different questions basically surrounding the Commonapp. And basically the big elephant in the room, I guess, how does Commonapp question, this one right here, asking about if we're applying for need-based aid, how does this question here affect our chances of getting accepted to the college? And of course the parents are asking and the parents are wondering, if we answer this question, does it help our chances or does it hurt our chances? And when it comes to the world of admissions as well as the world of financial aid, as you know, watching many of my videos, it all depends on many factors. So the answer might be yes for some of you, no for some of you, and then unfortunately for a group of you guys, it also might be maybe. So let me go through the different aspects here. There's three different criteria here, three different things to look at to figure out whether or not you should be saying yes or saying no, and basically figuring out if you're in the gray area and we don't know how to do it, how to figure out if this question is even going to affect you at all, to be honest with you. Right off the bat, the first thing I'd be doing is the college's net price calculator. By doing the college's net price calculator, it allows you to figure out financially where you are, your student specifically, your family is with that college individually. Because as many of you guys know, each school has their own net price calculator, indicating based on your income and assets, as well as the student's income and assets. In some cases also grades are involved as well, as far as merit-based scholarship money. The net price calculator will tell you, based on your situation, how much you can expect to pay that college based on your financial situation and the student's academic situation, as well as how much grant money they're going to give you, in some cases also how much scholarship money they're going to give you. I'll give you an example. Let's say we do the school's net price calculator, and let's say the school costs $50,000 a year, all included cost of attendance. That being said, let's say we fill out the net price calculator, and it comes back and says, you as a family can afford to pay for that one student going off to college. You guys can afford to pay $55,000 a year towards your student's college education. But right now, what we're doing is we're showing that we have no financial need. Because the college costs $50,000 all in, we're able to pay at least $55,000 or higher, let's say, if your number is even higher than that. That basically means it doesn't matter whether you say, yes, we're looking for need-based financial aid, or you say, no, we're not looking for need-based financial aid, because even if you did apply for financial aid forms, you're not going to get any need-based grant money from that college because your financial situation shows that you guys can pay more than the college cost. So I would definitely indicate on the form here, we're not applying for need-based aid, because it will in some cases, believe it or not, increase your chances of getting in, because some colleges, unfortunately, will look at that side of it, can you afford the college or not, with a little bit more weight than other colleges will. So if we can say, no, we're not applying for need-based aid, it will in some cases give us a little bit of a bump in the world of admissions. Not a ton, but a little bit of a bump. Also, if you're thinking, well, what about scholarship money, Ed? What about merit aid? That does not come into the mix whatsoever. Whether you guys can afford to pay $5,000 over, $20,000 over, $100,000 over the cost of a college, the scholarship portion of this will not be affected at all, because almost every scholarship out there is based on academic merit, your student's GPA, test scores, etc. Those are the factors figuring into your student getting a scholarship. So whether you indicate here yes or no, we're not applying for need-based financial aid, it's not going to affect your chances of getting scholarship money, so don't worry about that. Now let's look at it from a different point of view here. Let's say that the school once again costs $50,000. You fill out the school's net price calculator and it comes back saying, we expect you to pay just $10,000 and you have $40,000 in need, which typically what happens is most colleges will provide a big chunk of that in financial assistance through the form of grant money. So let's just say they're saying you can pay $10,000, the school costs $50,000, they're giving you $40,000 in grant money. In this situation, I would definitely say, yes, we are applying. And you might be thinking, well, Ed, won't we hurt our chances of getting in if we indicate, yes, we're applying for need-based aid? And the answer is yes and no. Once again, remember I told you guys, even though the colleges ask this question across the board, many colleges ask this question on the Common App, are you applying for need-based aid? Doesn't mean they actually look at that question as a factor for admissions. In fact, some colleges don't even consider it at all. And the ones that do consider it in many cases, thankfully, they consider it as a last option. So first they're going to look at students' grades, their test scores, their class rigor, their class rank, resume, their extracurricular activities, volunteer work, leadership, essays, everything else. Then they'll look at the ability to pay in many cases at the end. So it has a small factor. Plus, if you're looking at a situation where the college costs $50,000 and they're telling you can pay $10,000 based on the school's net price calculator, and they're showing you they're going to give you 40 grand in grants, basically, because that's what the net price calculator does. It shows you how much aid they're going to give you if you attend that college. Then why would you say no here to minimally affect the admissions chances of getting in and basically lose or essentially pay 5 times as much as you should have paid because they're looking at you paying $10,000? Why would you say no, we don't need aid to enhance maybe the admissions chances and then change your $10,000 cost to $50,000? It just doesn't make any sense. If you're over the cost of attendance, I'm marking no, we're not applying for need-based aid. If I'm way under, especially if I'm getting a ton of money from the school, then I'm definitely saying yes, we are applying. Now, with that out of the way, knowing that where we are financially, let's talk about the second thing you want to do to figure out if we're saying yes or no to this question. Second thing you want to do here is contact the school's admissions and financial aid office. You want to contact both of them and ask them over the phone. Is your school need aware, which means your school does care if we can afford the college or not, or if we need a lot of financial aid, let's call it. Or is your school need blind, which means they don't care if you can afford the college at all in any format whatsoever. Now, if the school says they're need blind, then that basically means it doesn't matter whether you put yes or no. But once again, refer back to the net price calculator. If you do have a lot of need, I would say yes, I am applying. If you have no need, I would still say no. Now, that being said, if the school says they're need aware, we're still in the same boat, by the way. Because of this factor, once again. You might be thinking, well, Ed, should we be trying to get into the hardest college possible? And the answer is yes to a certain extent. From this perspective, once again, we go back to the cost factor here. If the college is giving you a ton of money, you have to remember, saying no to this question is going to increase your chances by a small bit in many cases, in some cases not affected at all. So why would I say no to the college in the beginning that I don't need financial aid, just to maybe give me a chance of getting in and then also not have to pay the full freight? And now I know some of you are thinking right off the bat, well, I already figured it out, Ed. I know the loophole here. The loophole is very simple, Ed. I'm just gonna say no the first year. I'm not applying for need-based financial aid. And then year 2, I'll apply for financial aid. And year 3 and year 4, and I'll kind of game the system so that I'll be able to get in, and then the college has to provide me financial assistance. It's not the way it works, by the way. Many of the colleges, especially the ones that are need aware, already know this trick. Where you guys go on the form, say, no, we're not applying for financial aid the first year, and then the other years you do. Some colleges out there have already come out and said, if you say no to this question, we will bar you, stop you from applying for financial aid, need-based financial aid, grant money, for at least 2 years. Other colleges have been even more aggressive and said, if you don't apply for financial aid the first year, we will bar you from applying for financial aid all 4 years. Which means essentially, if you say no here, what you're saying to the college is, we are perfectly fine paying all 4 years full price. Whether that means out of pocket or through a loan, up to you which one you want to do, but that's what you're saying to the college if you indicate no here. If you have financial need, and financial aid is important for you to be able to afford the college to send a student out, I would 100% be putting yes. If you need financial help and it is available, you always take it. Now with those two out of the way, let's talk about the third criteria here, which is change in circumstance, which allows you to kind of game the system in a way. And let me explain what I mean by that. Now let's say you're at a job and you know that they're letting people go left and right for whatever reason, and you think based on talking to your managers and everybody else, your department may be going next. Or you've already been let go. Or you're in a situation where you own your own business, you did very well last year on taxes, you guys did well enough where you know you're not gonna get any financial aid. But this year that you're in right now, next year's tax return they're going to be using for next year's financial aid forms, not the first year, but the year after. That tax return is going to show a huge drop in income, huge drop in revenue, so on and so forth, which would make you eligible for financial aid. If this is a situation where in the past things were good, but things are changing for the future, or in the present right now, things are changing dramatically from an income point of view, then what I would do is I would say no. We are not applying for need-based financial aid, knowing that based on the previous tax returns or the situation you were in a year ago financially, or the job situation you had, would preclude you from getting any need-based aid because we already did the net price calculator. Then what I would do is, after I got accepted to college, give it about 2 or 3 weeks, then contact the school's financial aid office, let them know there's been a change in circumstance. Job loss, loss of revenues, income is dropping dramatically, and we now need financial aid assistance. This will actually allow me, in a weird way, to kind of game the system. This is the only way, unfortunately, by the way, of gaming the system as far as trying to get in without having them use you need a lot of financial aid situation against you in some cases, while still getting financial aid from them, to be honest with you. Now, with those things out of the way, hopefully those 3 criteria allow you to figure out, should we be saying, yes, we are looking for need-based aid, or should we be saying, no, we don't need need-based aid, from the only financial aid question here on the Common App, by the way. Now, that being said, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, once again, leave your questions down below. As all of you guys know, every Friday I take all your questions and enter them in video format, put it back here on YouTube in detailed answers so that way everyone has answers to all the questions you guys ask here on any of the videos. As well as if you guys have any additional questions or need additional help on a one-on-one basis, on the screen is my contact information. I do help out families one-on-one through Zoom meetings. If you do need help, please just text me. That's my cell phone number. Text message is the fastest way to get a hold of me, or you can email me. That's the second fastest way to get a hold of me. And I'll be able to set up a Zoom meeting so we can go over your situation, whether it's financial or admissions based. Other than that, thank you for watching today's video. Once again, my name is Ed from Principia Prep.